What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. This is going to be another PTS showcase. I'm going to try show you guys everything, especially the console players, the guys who don't have access to the PTS. It is only for PC. It's like a 60 something gig update, so make sure you guys give it a try. We're going to be going over all the new exotics. There are 4 in the game right now in the PTS. There's the Mantis, the Ravenous, and the Rigidus, which are 3 guns, and then Vile Mask. So we're going to go over each one. So the first one I'm going to go over, to be honest guys, I've been testing and I think I've found pretty decent combinations. Now I don't want to go too in depth with making synergy in this game right now. The PTS is normally just for testing each individual element to make sure nothing's broken. And currently the Vile is working so well, and it's so fun, and it works so well with status effect builds. So the reason why I've got hardwired on is I want to demonstrate to you guys exactly how this works, because there are a few little tricks to make your damage even more. So you cling to life like a rebellious teen resisting curfew, but death is patient, and so am I. Dr. Villas, BTSU physician. So this mask looks really nice. Let me actually take my actual mask off so you guys can see it. I love the design. It goes really well with my outfit as well. Look at that. It looks beautiful. I really do love the design. It looks really nice. This mask has some interesting mechanics. So it comes rolled with hazard protection and status effect, just like the fire holster does. Status effects, that's any kind of status effect in the game. Blind, bleed, burn, disrupt. Also apply a damage over time debuff for 10 seconds. Total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussion grenade. Now, if you stack explosive damage, that will increase your concussive grenade damage, and then in turn you will get the 50%. So the more explosive damage, the more the damage tick over time for this. So it also stacks. So if you create a status effect damage, it stacks on top, so you get the mask damage and the status effect damage, and increased by your status effect attributes. Exactly. So you can increase it by increasing your status effect attributes or your grenade damage. So I'll showcase it to you guys now and show you exactly how it works. So I'm going to be using just the normal blinder Firefly without this on. So China Light Industries gives me 15% explosive damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this Wyvernware, which means I'm losing 15% explosive damage. So the grenade right now is 437. So if I put those gloves back on, it was 437. Oops, wrong one again. It was 437. Now it's 497. So the damage should be higher. So let me show you guys with explosive damage. So you'll see the damage numbers come up in the left on the chat. Even if you're just using a normal blind, it actually procs damage on the targets. Look at that, guys. You can see the debuff. So we are ticking 55k a second with this. That's really nice. I love the way this works. And by the way guys, with the new gear set, if you kill those enemies with the status effect, it transfers within 20 to 25 meters to other targets, and it continues ticking. There's so many different ways we can utilize the status effect in this game right now. So let's have a look. There in the damage numbers on the left, it was 55k. So if we go now and we just put something like this, okay, which has got maxed out status effects. Okay, remember that. This has got maxed out status, and that one has maxed out status. So now we should be doing less damage. And it's quite funny because this is just a blinder. So anyone who likes blinder Fireflies and, you know, not having to only just deal damage. So it's 49k. So the damage has actually gone down. I love the way this works. It's really cool, and that's quite a significant increase, like 6,000 just from one piece of gear. So I find it really fun. I've also got Demolitionist on, so I don't know how high we can get this, but the Vile Mask is amazing. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. Let's go and let's have a look at this bad boy right here, the Ravenous. I've been testing this in PvP as well. This is absolutely, it's really strong. It's not broken, but it's really good. You can tick a lot of damage. So Gary and Frecky, Hounds of Odin, roam the battlefield eternal greedy for the corpses of those who have fallen. Go forth, warrior of Odin, and hunt, slake their thirst. So it's like a Nordic Viking kind of background. It's pretty cool. Let's go. It rolls damage to targets out of cover, which is nice. This is a rifle. So we've got Jerry and Frecky. So on trigger, fire both barrels at once. When fired from the right shoulder, so when you're aiming from the right shoulder, it adds offensive buffs pretty much. And defensive when you're firing on the left. So if you're aiming from the left shoulder, you're stacking like armor. If you're firing from the right, you're stacking explosive damage. Hits from one shoulder will detonate all of the opposite shoulder. So if you fire 5 shots on the right and then switch to your left side and shoot 1 bullet, it will proc the right side offensive primer. When detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage. That's the thing, it's weapon damage, it's not explosive damage. Let me correct myself, it is weapon damage. So while each defensive primer grants 4% bonus armor and plus 10% amplified damage to armor plates for 5 seconds. Primer effectiveness is doubled to 10 stacks. So it can be stacked, it goes up, the damage is pretty decent and the RPM is nice. Let me show it to you guys and show you how it works. So from the right side, from the left side, this is what it means. So if we shoot, so that's almost a full prime. There's a full prime. So if we swap to the left side, we get 1.5 million, 1,570,062. So that's really good. That's a lot of damage. I love the way it works. And if we go like this from the left and then we swap over to the right, it adds armor. Do you guys see that? So we are stacking armor. There goes our blue bars. So you can do a lot of damage, high weapon damage. And remember, I don't even have a weapon damage stacked on this. Let me quickly just put like a sniper build on with explosive damage, and I will show you guys exactly how much damage we can do with this. This is obviously not min-maxed. There's many ways we can make this damage. I just wanted to show you guys the mechanics of the gun and show you exactly how it works. So let's quickly have a look here. How much damage can we do? So if we stack the primer, that is big damage, guys. That is a lot of, that's 477k a shot. That is 3.2 million right there. Just 3.2. And I think the greatest part of this is, look. Oh, you can just keep spamming. And if you do like this, you're getting armor and explosive damage, which is just weapon damage, but it makes boom boom. So it's really fun, and I think I love the way this works. Normally these exotics, like the Merciless, for example, you're probably wondering, oh, should I not use the Merciless? But I recommend this. It's not only fun to use, but it's very effective, and the damage output is huge. If you keep swapping your weapon, from shoulder to shoulder, you can dish out a lot of damage. All right, let's move on to the it's going to be the next one. So this is the good build to use with it as well, the Mantis. Now I made a video prior to this about this gun. It rolls crit chance. Camouflage is about more than just blending in. You ever heard the term aggressive mimicry? Anyone can hide and wait for the perfect kill, but why wait when you can seduce? Sid Manita Madison. So this gun, I showcased it previously. You can hit 20 million a shot every single shot. Your scoped view displays additional information about enemies not targeting you. Headshot and weak point damage against enemies not targeting you, amplified by 50%. Headshot kills reset the cooldown of the decoy skill. So every time you get a kill, it resets your decoy, because obviously it's like a camouflage kind of idea. So they want you to have your decoy down, and you can always have your decoy up pretty much. This bonus will wait until the decoy goes on cooldown if currently active. I think this gun is one of my favorite right now in the PTS. A lot of people love it. You can do a huge amount of damage, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how this works like I did in the previous video. So you see that orange, like an orange reticle. Now that goes red if the enemies are targeting you, and obviously with correspondence with the actual talent on the gun, you can figure out how it works. But let me just show it to you guys. So the damage right there, we're hitting big numbers, but now the chest piece talent I've got allows me to do 21 million damage every single shot. That's 21 million damage every single shot. 22 million there. That's because of this special chest piece talent, like I showcased to you guys earlier with Perfect Headhunter. You get up to 1,500% of your weapon damage. Like with the Nemesis, you can hit 50 million damage a shot, every shot. So anyways, it's not about the build, it's about the Mantis. It's very strong, it's easy to use, you can quick scope people, it does a lot of damage. I love the base damage, it's amazing. Alright, so let's move on to the final weapon, which is going to be the Rigidus. Now, I've actually currently got a status effect build, which I can showcase this to you guys. This new gear set, we're going to go over all the gear sets later on in a different video. But why I've stacked status effect is because of this gun right here, the Rigidus. I don't know how to pronounce it, I do apologize, guys. It does have a damage to armor, pistol damage, obviously. The base damage is amazing. It's got a 160 RPM, 6-round magazine. It looks pretty cool. Now, Regicide. Headshot kills create a 5-meter explosion, dealing 400% weapon damage and apply bleeding to all enemies hit. Let me show you guys how this works. So, this gun, I think, could potentially be broken right now. I haven't tested it too much in PvP, but in PvE, you can destroy waves of NPCs by just utilizing this explosion. So, I'll show it to you guys now. Let me just put it on medium for you just to show you. Hold on, let's put it on hard. It's just a demonstration. So, for example, guys, if we shoot this enemy right here. Now, obviously, I don't have pistol damage. So, I just want to show you how much damage this explosion actually can do. Now, the hit reg in this test space is quite silly sometimes. Look at that. The mask has transferred the damage. So, we've got a bleed tick from the gun. And there's a mask, the mask bleed tick as well, which is absolutely insane. So the status effect transfers to around to the existing area because of the gear set, but we don't want to get too caught up in the gear set. But as you guys can see, the bleed, and then it transfers all the way across. Now that's because of the gear set I'm running, but you guys can see that if you look at that, the whole area is now bleeding and it's continuously bleeding. So this gun works perfectly with status effects like I'm showcasing to you guys now, because this actually transfers it to 20 meters, I think, to targets within 15, like 20 meters away. So it's really, really strong in combination with this amazing pistol that I'm sure everyone will love once you guys get your hands on it. I don't know how to get all of these exotics. They haven't revealed that how we're going to get all of them. But if you guys can notice, you can do huge amounts of damage. So let's quickly put just a DPS, like a headshot build. This has got quite a lot of headshots on it, so I can show you exactly how much damage you can potentially do with this pistol. Now, I did find that it bugs sometimes. I don't know why, but let's quickly do this. So we can get a lot of damage. So notice the numbers, 2.3 million. That is big damage. Now, just a quick little note. Sometimes the big damage doesn't actually proc. So I'm going to wait and we're going to see exactly how it works. So the explosion dealt a lot of damage to the NPCs. So have a look at that, guys. So what happened there was the two surrounding NPCs, or cardboard cutouts, should I say, they each received 2.7 million damage, as you guys can see. 2,787,853 each target, just from me killing the one in the center. So I feel like if you guys love pistol, look at that. It's absolutely crazy. Bang, and everything else is dead. 2.7 million. So that explosive damage that it deals can do 2.7 million. I know it can be more than this, but just to give you an example, if the enemies are within 5 meters, they all just die. They all just get destroyed. So it's very good for crowd control when enemies are stacking up near each other, and with combination with like status effect builds. So I'm loving these exotics. The Ravenous, the Mantis, the Rigidus, and the Vile Mask. They're amazing. I think they're great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you guys got access to the PTS? What would you like me to test next? I'm going to go over everything I possibly can. I love these new exotics and I think they're great. Stay tuned for the next videos. I'm going to be showcasing the new gear sets, how they work. Like I gave a bit of synergy there in this video just to demonstrate. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Please leave a like, subscribe, and consider becoming a member. I do have some merchandise if you guys want to support me even further, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.